The Bhagavad Gita is a great book of knowledge. In fact, it is a manual of life. Chapter 1. Sanjay relates to the master King Dhritarashtra the happenings on the battlefield. He has been endowed with special faculty by which he can see activities at the battleground. The chapter describes the great warriors on both the sides, that is, Kauravas and Pandavas. The core subject of the chapter is breakdown of courage of brave Arjun on observing that the battle will lead to destruction of his own relatives. Chapter 2. The Lord explained to Arjun that brave warriors do not have any reason to grieve for the dead or alive. Soul is indestructible. Body is to the soul just like clothes are to the body. Lord further explains that due to imperishable nature of the soul, he has no reason to be subjected to sorrow. Besides, anyone who is born has to die one day or the other. Having listened to Krishna intently, Arjun requests him to explain the attributes of a stable-minded person. These are explained by Lord Krishna. Chapter 3. Arjun is confused about the two paths of yogic discipline, Sankhya Yoga and Karam Yoga. He asks Lord Krishna which path is more suitable for him. Krishna explains that both the disciplines, the pursuit of knowledge and the performance of duty are good, but for the householder, Karam Yoga is the better of the two. Chapter 4. Yoga of Knowledge. What is selfless action? Which are the different forms of sacrifices or charitable activities that the people need to carry out to make their life significant? And the glory of Lord. These are described in this chapter. Chapter 5. Yoga of Action and Knowledge. The attributes of yoga of action, knowledge and meditation are discussed. The properties and benefits of devotion is also explained. Chapter 6. Yoga of Self-Control. Karam Yoga is further explained. The qualities of God-realized persons are described. Benefits of mind control are also discussed. It is also explained that the person who cannot achieve total control and also still receives the rewards of his efforts. Chapter 7. Nirgun Brahma. Wisdom of the manifest divinity and its presence in all objects is described. The question of worship of other gods is also discussed. Chapter 8. Indestructible Brahma. Arjun's 7 questions on Brahma and Adhyatam are answered. Bhakti Yoga is explained. Chapter 9. Nirgun and Sagun aspect of divinity. Subject of knowledge is further explained. Worship with a motive and without motive is discussed. Bhajan of men with divine nature and glory of disinterested devotion are also explained. Chapter 10. What is divine glory? Power of yoga and understanding of divine glories are explained with its fruit and glory. Chapter 11. Vision of universal form. Arjun prays to Lord to grant him vision of the universal form. Lord describes the universal form. Endowed with a divine vision, he is able to behold the breathtaking form of the Lord. Arjun is overwhelmed by the vision and struck with fright. He requests the Lord to come back to the human form. Chapter 12. Yoga of Devotion. Merits of worshipping God with form and the way to God realization is also explained. Attributes of God realized soul are described. Chapter 13. Field and the knower of the field. The subject of field and the knower of field and the subject of how to go about is discussed. Prakriti and Purush, these are described. Chapter 14. The three gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas tendencies are described, how one guna suppresses the other two to become responsible for the actions of the concerned person. Chapter 15, Divine and the Devilish Attributes. Universe as a free form is described. The perishable and the imperishable are explained. God and His glory are described. Chapter 16, Discrimination between divine and devilish nature of human being. Marks of a man with devilish properties are described. Instructions about renouncing, conduct and emphasis to follow the scripture is also explained. Chapter 17, Classification of threefold faith. Discussion about the fate of those who perform austere penance and different kinds of charity is described. The meaning of Om Tat Sat is also explained. Chapter 18, Liberation through Path of Knowledge. The subject of Tyag is discussed. Detailed clarification of knowledge, action, doer, reason, firmness according to the three gunas is also explained. Paths of knowledge and Karam Yoga, selfless action and devotion are also explained. Glory of Bhagavad Gita is propounded. In this way, the Bhagavad Gita describes how to live life, how to answer various questions that comes to the mind of an individual during the course of life. Because life is full of vicissitudes and you have problems and challenges at every step. So if you refer to the Bhagavad Gita, various chapters, you can always find relevant answer to the current problem that you might be facing. Indeed, it is one of the greatest books of knowledge and wisdom regarding human life ever written. It's a myth that the Gita is meant only for those who opt for sannyas. It would be wrong to infer that reading or study of the book takes you away from life. In fact, it makes you understand life better and live life more fully to the extent that you find the significance of life. Daily reading of the Bhagavad Gita is bound to bring peace and happiness in your life.